car, and God, there's these two eyes looking up at me, gold eyes. It's a tiny little thing.
Really?
Yeah, and I looked at it and it said, Papa? I went, I guess. And, hey, how you doing, Marty? Good to see you. Anyway, so I had it for 2 years. And I taught it how to fly, how to kill, how to,
Survive.
yeah.
Where did you release them?
Well, I just left the cage open. It was a huge-ass cage and a deck. We used to go out on the deck and look at Point Loma, look at the other birds, and look at the airplanes and stuff. And he'd look at me and go, what? I go, we'll take you to a warehouse. I'll teach you how to fly. But we had to raise him from a chick, and we raised him in the house, and it became unmanageable. So we had to build an aviary for him. I had help. But when he was full grown, he could fucking kill you easily. I mean, he could just fucking slice your throat and squeeze you to death if you wanted to.
Man,
Easily.
it was a great horn.
Great Horn Western owl, most vicious and killing owls there is. And it's not,
Was he vicious with you?
no, I wouldn't allow that. I was Papa. I wouldn't allow that.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't part of our makeup.
Because, they're so wild. I mean, even in captivity, I think.
This was more like my son from a different planet. There was nothing that I wouldn't do for him, but he was a cantankerous youngster. He one day he was sitting at the sink, and I was doing the dishes. He jumped in the sink and started lifting his arms, lifting his wings. Thank you.
Thank you.
You sure I got the right one, huh?
I did. I had to make sure you made one
Are
big
you
one
drinking
small.
again, Melissa?
That's the
I'm
orange
kidding.
juice.
God, no.
That's the orange juice.
Yeah, it must be like those...
Red, blood orange. No, that she said orange juice.
What's the cara cara, maybe? They're kind of pinkish.
Oh,
So anyway,
Right,
we
this
taught
is
him how to
grapefruit,
fly in a
it's not
warehouse.
orange.
He used to take rides with me in the Mustang when we go buy rats and mice for him. One day in the pet store, the little girl goes, "What do you got? A python?" I go, "No." And from the back room, some little girl yells, "Burger has a pet owl."
Oh my
And
God.
I go, "You shut the hell up," because that's the $10,000 fine. Long story short, I almost got caught by the owl police. I had to stash him for almost,
He came to you? He came to check?
somebody snitched.
Wow.
But the thing was, is like, I got wind of it. This girl came over on a motorcycle. She was an attorney. She said, "Gary let the cat out of the bag," and some bitch went nuts and called the animal police, and they're coming. And I go, "They're coming now?" And she goes, "Yeah."
Wow.
So, long story short, the animal police came. They weren't the animal police. There was some private owl rescue that was actually manipulating the owls for money. Well, long story short, they didn't get on our property. But they said, we're going to tell the real cops. I go, that'd be a first when you tell anybody anything that makes any sense. I go, you put a foot on this grass, man, I'll have your ass. Well, we know the guy that owns this place is Gary Seiner. He's an attorney. I go, yeah, and he's on his way over here right now.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I had to hide him, and that was kind of weird. But we had a safe house up the hill. We hid him for almost 45 days.
Whoa.
But I took him to a warehouse to teach him how to how to fly. Yeah, but I mean, he lived in the house. He was a baby. He grew up with 2 cats.
Did he ever return?
Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever beneath the streets of Boston. He's the owl who never returned. He came back twice, yeah. Freeload little.
He was looking for a meal. Free meal.
He was actually saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
But,
Yeah, maybe he found a girl.
no, he got shot at Balboa Park.
No.
Yeah, they did a video of him. He got shot with a BB gun, and he was rescued by this English family. They called the zoo, and the zoo came and they patched him up and let him go. But it was him. I mean, I saw the video. Woody was his name. He was pretty cool. But I used to feed them these rats and mice, and once they found out I had an owl, I never paid for another one. They hooked me up because it was very expensive.
Of course, every day.
We got them to the pinks. I never knew what that was called.
Oh, the pinkies.
Yeah, we started out with pinkies and soon hit the
Yeah.
harder stuff like
If you had
Rats.
kids, you had to go through the whole, snake, mice, rats,
Yeah.
lizards,
Lizards, I
frogs. No, it's good.
You did a frog? Yeah, that was good. I ate you in Amsterdam
It's more,
I like it.
more the boys.
You been to Amsterdam?
3 times.
I've been once.